Hey guys, so today I'm going over prompt number 2, which asks, why does discrimination against members of the LGBT community continue today? And in what ways is this form of discrimination both similar and different to the practice, to that practice against African Americans, Latinos, women, and other groups in society? Okay, so I wish I can answer why it continues today. Um, a lot of the older politicians and just the older generation of this country were very Christian. So that meant they obliged themselves to the Bible and the morals of the Bible, the rules of the Bible, which leads to like more religious beliefs. A lot of people today still follow those rules. I don't really want to call them rules. I feel so strange calling them rules, because technically they're just moralities, they're just morals. It's just what people pick and choose to believe or not believe in. But anyways, so I feel like discrimination against the LGBT community may come from that. I feel like a lot of people in today's society are also kind of, getting used to I wouldn't want to say a different type of living, because, people have been LGBT since the beginning of time. So we can't say it's new. But some people are, living with a more open mind and willing to learn more about the community and, what it stands for. Now, discrimination against LGBT is very similar to racism, is very similar to sexism. And I say this because, a lot of the time when a woman, we're going to use sexism, for example, first. When a woman goes against what this society feels like a woman shouldn't go against, like, for example, like for the women who believe in abortion, or, they feel like, they should be able to do whatever they want with their bodies, or other women should be able to do whatever they want with their bodies. Those women are often discriminated against or called murderers, or, things of that nature. For women who don't want to be married, they're often called whores, or, excuse my language, but you guys get it. Or harlots, I should say. And etc. Like, women will be discriminated against over the slightest thing. And the LGBT community, like, they're often discriminated against no matter what they try, no matter what they're fighting for. They have to fight for positions of power. They have to fight for positions in politics. They have to fight to have a voice, just like women and just like people of color. I don't want to sound like that guy, but oftentimes, just being in this country, I feel like, if you're not a white male, you just got to fight a little harder to get your voice heard. Which in most cases is not always like that in today's age, thank God. But, we've come a long way. Now, as far as the differences, African Americans, Latinos, women, it's oftentimes very easy. Compared to the LGBT community, it's very easy for us to, make our ways through certain doors and, be granted certain opportunities when connected with the right people. Now, with the LGBT community, like, a lot of people are ashamed of them, ashamed to even proudly say that they support them. So it's oftentimes extremely hard. Like, they gotta work 10 times harder to get through. Thankfully, I see a lot of that changing. But yeah. So there's many similarities when it comes to discrimination against the LGBT community and against people of color, and women and other groups in society, like religious groups, etc. But there's one big difference. And I feel like the more we learn about the LGBT community, the less stigma will be around them, the more support, and they'll have more solutions than problems. And thank you guys for listening to me babble.